Pump Day. Good morning, everybody. Daniel Allison, the average dude. It's Wednesday. It's time to get your pump on. Fred Blanton is here. The average dude is here. Daniel's not going to talk too much. He's going to pass the ball to Fred. Good morning, Fred Blanton.
Is it seriously already pump day?
Pump Day, baby. Can you believe it?
Where did Monday and Tuesday go?
They went the way that time seems to go. When the older you get, time seems to go so doggone fast, man.
Man, Monday and Tuesday was gone with the wind.
Gone with the wind. And I love this. Look at Gary getting in the comments and giving us something to talk about right off the bat. That's what we need. We need good, positive thoughts. Napoleon Hill. Whatever the mind of a man can conceive and believe, it can achieve.
Ooh, the voice is back. Yeah, baby.
Hey, you get a computer, you start feeling good about your voice.
Oh, I was about to take a sip of coffee. Won't you tell us something?
Hey, you tell us something, man. You're the one that got up and did D1 this morning. I haven't got the blood pumping like
Oh,
you.
shit, let's go!
I love it. We needed that.
Like you were just going to keep talking there, so I figured I better just do it.
Thanks, Fred. Thanks for taking care of that. Let's do it, folks. Coffee, good. Coffee is good. We like to start our day
happy.
Coffee make me happy. Antarctic Mike makes me happy too. First sip. Let's go. Let's do it. Paul Pap in the house. We missed him yesterday. I got a chance to talk to him via text, but love having Paul Pap on the bus. Love his energy. Love his. We got to know these people through doing this every day. I've known Paul for a long time, and they get on here, so we love it.
And when you're not here, we miss you guys.
We miss you, man. We need that. We're in it for the energy. Good morning, Jacob, my friends. Happy Wednesday. Always nice to see Jacob here, and of course, Steady Eddie. But his name's Russ, and he sells shoes. Red Wing Shoes, Spartanburg, South Carolina. DJ, good morning. Bijano, we got Joe in the house. Let's get it.
Hey, Danny. Danny.
I'm pumped, man. It's pump day.
Who is the most famous shoe salesman of all time?
Oh, man, you're taking me back to a show that I wasn't allowed to watch because sometimes it got a little dirty. It was Married with Children, and it was, what was his name? Hold on, folks. Do not give it to me. I can see him. He later played on another show. The dad. What was his name, Fred?
Al Bundy.
It was right there. It was literally on the tip of my tongue. Al Bundy. Yeah. Now I wasn't. My parents were pretty strict about what the kids got to watch when we were younger. So I didn't watch a whole lot of Al Bundy when I was younger. But I do know who he is. So there you go. There you go. Hey, tell me about, you said you had a good workout this morning. What makes a good D1 workout? You got up, you got your body moving, and I said, did it feel good? And you said, yes. And I said, yeah. That's scary.
So it made me work, right? Sometimes you can go to a workout and it may be hard and you may sweat a little bit and you get through it and it was fine. It's almost like checking the box, right?
Right.
But when you're in the middle of a workout and you're like, my goodness, I'm having to go like 85% here, 90% to get this done. That's when it feels good.
It does. It's that dreading it, isn't it? It's that kind of, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this. I'm already here, though. I have to do this. I'm going to have to give it everything I've got. There's no other way. I don't want to do it. And anytime that the mind says that, and then we do it anyway, it's big thing. Married with Children was awesome. I was a teenager when I watched it, so you all know why. Yes. Hey, they make reruns for a reason.
What was the daughter's name? Who played that girl? What was it?
Dang, don't test me on this trivia. Y'all are going to see how bad I am with pop culture. But
Well, here's what I know.
wait,
I had a
Applegate.
poster of her on my wall.
Christina Applegate was her name.
She was on my wall.
Let's go. I pulled that out. Yeah, Christina Applegate, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you for that. Yeah. Speaking of dreading it and doing it anyway. Speaking of doing it anyway, we'll say it like that because it doesn't matter if it's exercise or calling someone or whatever it is that we've got to do that we don't want to do, and we do it anyway. And exercise is just a great way to think about it. I've been doing my extra 100. So it's just 100 push-ups, 100 dips, and 100 abs, and that's not difficult, but I like it because lo and behold, when I remember that last night, I was getting ready to get into bed, and I remembered something I needed to do before I did it. I didn't want to do it. It was only 100. It was only 100, but I was tired, and I had already shut it down. The bed was already ready for the average dude, but I did it anyway. I sent you the text, and guess what? I felt better because I said I would do it, and I did it.
Just a small amount of self-accountability made you do it.
Just a little bit. Just knowing that I would have to face Fred Blanton the next day and hear him say, Did you do your 100? You don't want to say no. But more important than that, we know, and that's what I wanted to put up here next. Keeping it real. You know, we hear that a lot. What comes to mind when I heard this from Andy Elliott yesterday. Andy, he says no more content days. I just want people to record me when I'm talking or doing things. And I think he's talking about this right here.
Being real.
Being real.
At all times.
Yes. The truth, no matter how hard it is to bear, must be accepted and confronted head on because it's real. So I have started kind of just saying the truth of who we are, you know, the self-awareness, knowing what our strengths and weaknesses are, calling it like it is, with content, and, you know, and producing good content. I think that when it's forced, kind of like what we were talking about yesterday, to have a content day where it's like, I'm going to say something. Well, we've all heard information that, and that's why that over preparedness sometimes I think takes away some of that spontaneity of in the moment. Hey, we're human beings. We've all heard these things before, but I think that it's important to be in the moment. What you think, Fred?
Yeah, and I think it goes both ways. If you know, so this is related to content, and I'll just stay on the Andy Elliott train for a minute because he teaches, right? Sometimes he'll pull out the whiteboard.
Yeah.
And that is prepared content.
Sure. Yes.
Which hey, if you watch that, that's what you expect. But sometimes the best is when he's standing in a room full of people and he may have something that he's going to talk about, but then he just goes down a certain lane, and that's when the real stuff starts coming out. And that's when it gets more valuable. And that's when it gets more relatable.
That's it. And I'm learning that even through this show. We talked about it on Monday. I had my new computer. I over prepared. Generally we have a direction. I wanted to talk about what we're doing today, keeping it real, being truthful. But when we just think that it's the information, just the information alone isn't enough. And so that's why when he's at that whiteboard and there's a camera on him, he's teaching, he's in the moment, he's thinking about whatever it is that he's talking about, and then it just organically flows. And we can feel that, but keeping it real in a world where everything with AI and all the facades and And I was just talking to someone yesterday. It doesn't matter if we're on a sales call or speaking with someone. When we're able to say the truth, call out the elephant in the room, relationships, business deals, and everything, communication in general just becomes a whole lot easier, doesn't it?
Yeah, especially if you were keeping it real, telling the truth, being who you are at all times, you avoid trying to navigate being fake. Because when you're putting on this front, you're going to slip up eventually and you're going to get caught.
You are. Radical self-awareness. It starts with being ruthlessly honest with yourself about your flaws, fears, and true motivations. This is the eating truths part. No ego, no denial. Pac-Man. I call it Pac-Man. You know, he eats those truth dots, and then he finally gets over to the corner and he gets a big truth dot, and he's able to turn the tables on the ghosts that were chasing him. And I like that metaphor because it very often what we're really looking for is more data, more truth about ourselves. The more action we take, the more people we talk to, the more we kind of get out of our own head, the more truth we're going to see about ourselves. And again, the more effective we can be, the more that we see ourselves. What you think, Fred?
I have been, so my oldest son walks around, the dude snaps more than the four tops. You know what I mean? I mean, he is a snapper. And in my mind, I'm like, where in the world, where did he get this? Well, I walk out of the doctor's office yesterday down the sidewalk, and I just start snapping away. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have created a snapping monster. So I was aware enough to realize what I have done to my oldest son.
Oh my goodness. So you snap a lot.
I do.
Wow. And I've never noticed that. So this is just a habit of you. Now, are you snapping to the music? Are you snapping to a beat? Or are you you're just like crazy snapper? Bam, 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 bam.
You know, I think it's in certain times when you're walking around, you're like, man, I don't know what to do with my hands. So I just do, you know, like the little 3 snap. 1, 2, 3. Hey, man, I feel better.
I like it. I like that. Hey, we got some good comments here. Joe says, be in the moment. We are living in the now. So be focused with passion and purpose. An opportunity may come by only once. Be ready to say yes. Amen, Joe. He made me think of something. You know, in a world where everybody's wanting to form conclusions and kind of argue with each other about those conclusions, there's a lot of arguing going on. Yeah. I don't think we know conclusion means the end, right? The conclusion means the end. Who we are there's no conclusion on who we are. As long as I'm still here, the story is being written, and you need to come talk to me because we're taking action, we're changing, we're learning every day. So yes, the now is who you are, and a conclusion on who we are, that would be a mistake. It's still going. Self-awareness and truth go hand in hand. When you're honest with yourself, growth becomes possible and authenticity becomes your strength. Thank you, Jacob. That is the absolute truth. And it's not easy to eat some of those truth dots, some of those things that we find, oh man, I don't want to be this way, but I am. I mean, and that's the first way that I can get out of whatever it is that I'm dealing with. Fred, it's pump day. We're getting through the week. It's football season. Do you have anything on your mind that you want to leave these bus riders with before we get after our pump day?
Ooh. I want everybody to think about before 9 o'clock. What is one thing that you can get excited about on pump day and write it down where you see it all day and refer to it? When you start getting down, refer to that one thing because it's going to be a massive pump day. It's October 1st.
Hey, and I'm going to piggyback this one. Folks, No expectations in people right now. Even somebody that I know down at the coffee shop, usually just a positive influence, that she was having a bad day and that's contagious. No expectations of people. Keep it positive and ride the wave. See you right here tomorrow, live 7:55. Get your mind right. Let's roll. Bye-bye.